Get ready to highlight it. No, it's just between you and me. Just between you and me. It doesn't need to leave this stream ever. Okay. So, you guys know that the past couple days, I went to get my M2 motorcycle license. And in Canada, that's like a fully certified, you know, no restrictions. I'm able to ride now. You basically go through extensive training and then you get your certifications. So, the first night was a theory night and it was freaking boring. I was just like, we were in this call for 4 hours. It was so boring. Then it was 2 days in a row of 8 hours of just like being in a hot parking lot, wearing hot riding gear while sitting on a hot machine. Okay, so I am like, my head is boiling. I am boiling. I'm sweating like crazy. The first day, for the first few hours, they wouldn't even let us like ride the bikes or anything. It was just a lot of stuff. Anyway, I have never, well, I know I'm the Crime Boss VTuber. And, you know, my VTuber self has ridden many motorcycles. I love them. But IRL has never actually ridden on a motorcycle before and never even sat upon one until this moment. So I choose a bike. It's whatever. I just choose one. You're supposed to choose whichever one you want. I chose it because they said that it was loud. And I was like, I want to ride on a loud bike. So I choose this bike and the instructor's like, okay, you may now like sit on the bike. Now you know what everything does. You know how to turn it on, blah, blah, blah. And so I'm sitting on it and I turn it on for the first time and it's good. It's fun. It's very, it's like, vroom, 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 right? And I was just sitting there and I was kind of like sitting on this bike and I'm like, oh, I could get used to this. This is great. I like this. It feels right, you know? One of the trainers comes over, okay? He's this guy. He's kind of like an older guy. He was definitely a piece of man. He was a silver fox. He was older. He comes over to me and he's like, all right, have you ever, you know, I want you to try the throttle. Okay, I've never used the throttle before. And he comes over and he's like, yeah, you got to check and see if you're in neutral. Are you in neutral? And I was like, yeah, I think so. And he's like, yeah, you're in neutral. And he's like, yeah, when you're in neutral, you can like rev the throttle. You can do whatever. And the bike ain't going nowhere. And then he starts like, first of all, he like takes my hand and like puts it on the throttle, right? And he's like, see, and now you're gonna want to start gently, like just gently. You don't need very much. You just engage the throttle very gently. So I do. Bike starts revving. I'm like, oh, okay, there it is. And then he's like, yeah, and he just keeps doing it. He's like, okay, I shit you not, you guys. This is hot. This man's hand is on my hand, on this throttle, on this big bike. It's a big ass bike and it is like going. And he's revving it like on and off. Like all I can describe is like settings of something familiar to me. And and I'm just sitting there like, wait a second, uh-oh. Familiar, I don't know. Come on, I know I'm not the only one in here. Come on. Anyway, he's revving it like gently just to sort of show me, right? He's like, yeah, and you don't need to rev it very much. This is like, you know, engage the throttle and it's going like vroom, 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 on and off. And then he's like, yeah, and don't be afraid. You can just like really like engage that throttle. And he like pulls it all the way down and it's like, and it's vibrating, okay? And it's like, vroom, vroom. He's doing it like on and off. And I'm sitting on this bike and I lost. And then I lost. I literally had an orgasm. I did. And I had to fucking sit there where this man is trying to teach me about motorcycles. And I'm sitting and I'm just like, wow. And then all of a sudden I was just like, so anyway, I can't wait to get my motorcycle and ride it a lot. That's the end of story time with Ellie. Whatever, it's fine. You know what? It's a part of life. I even Googled it after to be like, is it normal for women to come when they're riding a motorcycle? And they're like, oh, don't worry, honey, you're not alone. And I was like, thank God. They're like, yeah, women who are like prone to being very sensitive or like blah, 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 or easily is... I Googled it. I was like, is there something wrong with me? So ladies, if you want to ride with me, just hit me up, okay? I'll take you for a ride. It'll be the best ride you've ever had. It's fine, it'll be on YouTube. Oh God, fuck! That last video got like so many views on it. Let me see. My massage store, you guys are a bunch of perverts. It got 88K views. It's almost at 100K. It'll be my first video ever even coming close to 100. And I was very close to coming as well in that video. And maybe if this other one gets uploaded, that'll be another successful video. Thank you for the stream. Thank you all for coming. Oh my God, I can't even say that word anymore.